So after we discover some of our bad habits and listing our top three, now we can come up with solutions on how to counteract a lot of these bad habits and replace it with better habits. So right here, we're going to create and build better habits. So I gave an example based off the bad habits off the last video. So last video, number one was maybe you ate too much processed foods. What would be a solution for you? So a basic solution for this, if you eat too much processed foods, you need to get rid of that junk food in your house. So anytime you see stuff that's in the house, you're going to eat it. So you got to get rid of this stuff. You cannot be around this stuff because you're going to be tempted daily, constantly. So you got to get rid of it. So that's a tip number one. Then you want to replace it with whole foods, because now you got an empty void. You got to put something in to fulfill that void. So this is going to be a hard transition for some people, especially if you don't know how to eat or cook certain whole foods. Now, whole foods are your vegetables, your grains, your fruits, your oats, your nuts, your legumes, your beans. These are your whole foods. And these are the food that the body can absorb, can digest, and is usually high in fiber, which is good for your glucose. So having a high whole food diet is the ideal diet for everybody, not just for diabetics or those with insulin resistance. It's for everybody. We need this diet. So that's a solution, and that's how you counteract it, by putting something to fill that void. Now, for the second one, maybe you drink too much soda. How can you counteract this? So similar to the last one, you want to get rid of it. If you got it in your house, why even tempt yourself? If it's going to be in your house, why even tempt yourself? So you need to come up with a plan on when you're going to get this out of your house, and you need to do it fast, because the longer you procrastinate with it, the more you just going to consume it, and you just pulling yourself into a deeper hole with it. So set up a plan to get rid of this soda. Then replace it with healthier beverages. Of course, your water is your best beverage. If you're dealing with elevated blood sugars, water is the best beverage you can drink, because just like how you can pretty much take the potency out of any type of drink by watering it down, that's what water do within our blood cells. It helps get rid of this glucose, so we can either urinate it out, or our bodies can really take that hard hit of sugar that our liver gotta take, our insulin gotta fight off or gotta utilize. We gotta neutralize this sugar that's in our body, and water is the best drink to consume. Now, juice, you want to do that in smaller increments. So most juice, they have sugar in it. They will have natural sugar. But if you was to water it down just a little bit, this can be a better option than soda, which is a drink that have no vitamins, no minerals, no nothing for you. This is just a hard spike, and this is what your liver got to process. So taking away the sodas and including other things, even like tea. Most teas are high antioxidants, meaning antioxidants is good for like free radicals. Free radicals is what's they out of control. They out of control in your body, and they call dysfunction. So when you have antioxidants, they help out with like putting things back in order within your body. So those are some of the best substitutions when it comes to like sodas. But you got to get rid of the soda first. You can't let it just linger in your house, sit around and look at you while you're looking at the soda all day. Now, the last one was maybe you don't get enough sleep. So, compared to the last one, you can't get rid of this, but you got to come up with a solution on getting better rest. So setting a timer, on your alarm phone or on your phone, where you have a time where this is where I'm going to bed every night. Just like how you have a timer of getting yourself up, you have a timer of like you slowing down throughout the night. And say if you usually go to bed at 10 o'clock, put that timer on for 8:30. Use that whole hour and a half to really slow down your mindset. That meaning taking away the phones, taking away the TV. Do something that relaxes your mind. It can be like deep breathing. It can be like reading a book, not a stimulating book, but a book that kind of make you think cognitively. When you start to think like that, you use up a lot of energy, and it can really, that's why reading stuff like maybe the Bible, you go right to bed because it causes you to think. So you want to read a book that make you kind of think or something like that. It can be drinking hot teas like chamomile or lavender, something to relax that mind. It can be supplementation. It can be like magnesium. It can be like melatonin, ashwagandha, things to relax your mindset pretty much. So that's the goal. You want to relax before you go to bed. If you're going to bed stimulated, you're going to have a long night of like getting up. You're going to have a long time of just trying to relax and all that. So these are just a few solutions. Now I want you to think of some of the areas that you want to get rid of, the habits that you want to break away from. And I want you to think of like the solutions. So we're going to do like a worksheet for this too, so you can kind of put this all together. And by the end, which my last video, we're going to just talk about the de-stress protocol. This help you put everything together. So stay tuned for that.